The
I
Ram.
followed that dude too.
The Ram.
Coffee Throne.
Do you know what the Ram is? This is my shit though, guns. Remember all the real talk to start this with Game of Thrones? They go hand in hand though. King Madden, Game of Thrones. Early. Good morning. Good morning. If you're with me, then you know we ready to get to the point of getting things started. I'm in my early bag. Real Talk, episode 1, season 1, Game of Thrones 3, King Madden. Everything's everything. Good morning, Guns. How are you?
What's going on, bro?
You double dipping right now, huh?
Hey, I saw the back signal, so I came running.
The bat signal went up in the air. That motherfucking Junkies, that fiend, that image of the guy with the controller in his hand, overdosing,
Yeah.
ODing. That theme music in the background. That's the sound of what it do when you know what's what ready to start right now, man. We ready to find out who on their way to King's Landing. That's what we ready to find out for that Iron Throne.
I'm slapping my arm right now. What you about to inject me with? Come on with it.
Man, about to hit you with that junkie shit. We got junkies. Junkies for sale. Junkies for sale. The best $20 you ever spent.
I'm about to tie something around my arm now. Come on with it, man.
Come with it. Let's get with it. Hey, man, you know, the podcast. This is not Thoughts from a G. This is Real Talk, but, you know, Thoughts from a G is around as well. But, you know, I'm excited. We had a big win on Sunday. Sunday night, actually, and shit. Shook the world Sunday. Woke up Monday listening to the haters still be haters and shit. But you know, it's always a good after a win. The next day is always a good day. Whatever you do when your team wins, whatever you do, if you're a 9 to 5 guy, whatever you do, you get up. When you do your job, if you working on trains and shit, building trains, working at Amtrak, you doing that shit with you got a pep in your step. You got a little more energy when you at work, right? When you pull in, if you drive a bus like one of my guys do, you pull up to your stops. And you ain't mad at the guy that's great to get on. Every day you want to smack the shit out of him. Today you speak to him. What's up, bruh? Now somehow you feel good. That's how it be. So then the day after the day you feel good, after the feel good night, which is the Tuesday, you talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? Tuesday talk. What the fuck do you want, little cat? What do you want? You can't get none of this. I'll blow it in your face, though. You gonna go somewhere else. Told you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, man. So, welcome to today's Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday, man. AntHits, the franchise guru. We about to get to it. Whole lot to talk about today. Felt like hitting the Breakfast Club show and dig into it right now, man. As you can see, I'm inside the Game of Thrones 3 league right now. I'm gonna start off with some of these things, man. But before I get started, though, Guns, man, what's up with you, man? A little bit of what's up, what's going on, man? Tell me a little bit about your little from Sunday night to the day, man. What's been going on with you?
Well, for the most part, I think for anybody who don't know, a lot of things that's going on with you, a lot of things that everybody's going to benefit from. I'm just one of the little peons behind the scenes, just floating around, preparing some things, setting the table. Just cleaning up real quick for this meal that you're gonna serve everybody when everything start popping. So outside of celebrating my team, taking care of my homes, I've been kind of just been sitting back a little bit, doing some background stuff.
It's that anxious part. It's the part where it's like, all right, I'm ready, like I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to dig into this team. I'm ready to get on my GM shit. Ready to get things popping. What's going
on? I'm ready to the point where I'm trying to stay away from my team, because every time I look at it, and everybody not and I can't do my GM thing, I go through a point where I get excited and I'm getting mad. So I've been trying to just stay away from looking at my roster, but I can't help it. I've been going through everybody's roster. I've been going through looking at it, possible trade scenarios, and I can't help it. I can't stay away. I mean, it's really a fiend thing. I mean, I'm supposed to be working right now. I got if I can take a picture of myself, I got 2 different headsets on my head. One for the podcast that we on, and then I got my regular. I may just have to pop a picture real quick. People just don't understand how stupid I look right now. Just
ready to fuck the go.
I can't stay away from the game.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm excited about? For the niggas that got send me their picks to get in the league, I need mine, all mine. Fuck that.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I need all mine.
Let me see.
I need all mine. Compensations, everything. I need all mine. The Dolphins need to send something. The Patriots need to send something.
Don't tell me.
I got it all mapped out.
Look at your picks.
Shit, I even get a 3rd from the Texans for the coach. I need mine, all of mine. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. They're gonna find themselves outside of the league.
So you got the Arizona pick, and you got the KC pick from the Orlando Brown Jr. trade. That's it.
That ain't shit. Nah, no, it ain't. All right, so we come in with our own first.
No. I'm not saying that's not all you get. I'm just saying like you missing the Sean Wade trade pick. You missing.
Here's what I'm missing. I miss it. I got a first. I got a second. In the 3rd, I got my own 3rd, and I'm mixing the Texans 3rd. In the 4th round, I got the Cards. I got the Cards pick. I need the Raiders pick, fair. The Patriots pick, and the G-Men pick. I need all 3 of those.
Oh yeah, for the Bredesen.
Yes, sir. And then in the 5th round, I got the Chiefs pick. And then in the 6th round, I need my Dolphins pick. And in the 7th round, I need my Patriots pick. And then next year, I need my 5th from the Patriots as well. I need all mine.
I thought the 5th is from this year.
Nah, from Sean Wade. I might have read that wrong, but I read 22 7th and the 23 or 5th.
Okay, I might have got it reversed.
I need all mine.
I remember the picks.
I need the Yannick and the motherfucking Judon trade. I ain't trying nothing. Compensation or not. That shit's mine. Send them. And if you like me, you better be on looking at your team picks. And read those shits. You read them, you get them. You don't go get them. I'm not doing the work for you. I got the link you can go to see every team's draft picks for 2022. And if that player is on that player's team, like for example, Sean Wade is not on my team, but I don't have his picks. I don't have the picks for it, right? So I want my picks. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. If your team traded somebody between training camp and preseason, or even recently, you want those picks.
Dang, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got my 7th round pick from the Ravens for the Oliver trade.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, they already gave it to you. Yeah, because if I owe them, they coming up too. You know what I'm talking about? I need mine though. I need all of mine. I need all the mine, especially with the new with the new system going on and all that. What the fuck is this? Edit. I want this. That's what I want. With the little here and there's going on and shit like that. Let me dig into some things real fast though before we really get to the conversations of the conversations. Alright, so I did put this in the chat already. Game of Thrones 3 position change rules. They haven't really changed. Most of you guys been in the league forever, so they haven't really changed. So when it comes down to running backs, only running backs 220 pounds or more can be moved to fullback. Again, rule 1, running backs. Only running backs 220 pounds or more can be moved to fullback. Wide receivers to running backs. It can happen, but they have to be, how do I say this? They have to be those guys with the skill set, meaning like punt return, kick return wide receivers, little slot guys that if you look at their traits, you'll better see them. You'll better look at their traits and see that they got high carry, high ball carrying vision, things like that. Anyway, at those type of receivers could get moved to running back. It will be reach out to the responsible commissioner on these situations to find out if you have a guy that you could move. You might got a little punt returner or somebody on your team that you might feel like he can play better at the running back position for you, right?
Can I give an example?
Go ahead.
Could I move LaVisca Chenault to running back?
Yes. For 2 reasons. One, you know the Jags has actually played him at running back, so yes, he could be moved there. He could be there. Now, he's an exception. Let's say he was the guy that played running back for the team. Or tweener. We'll get to that. Tweener guys can break some of the rules. So for example, you got guys that have who like the receiver the Giants drafted in the 1st round. Well, we know he's a tweener. We know he played running back and receiver for Florida. Kadarius Toney, right? So he'll break the rule because he'll be over a 92 speed. So what happens is wide receivers, the running backs, 92 speed and under. Once you move them though, they must stay at running back for the entire season. So it ain't no flip-flopping back and forth. So if the Giants decided to move Toney or even Rondell Moore for the Cardinals, if he decided to move him to running back, he will have to leave him there the entire year. Tweener types, we'll get to that though. So for number 2, the wide receiver rules is running back to move a wide receiver to running back 92 speed and under, and once you move them there, they must stay there at running back the entire season. Wide receivers to tight ends must be 6'2", 240 pounds or bigger. Speed can't be no more than 92 speed under. All right, this rule is changed to match real life NFL players at this position. We went through the league and noticed that the average tight ends was like 240. O-line can position change to any other position on the offensive line. No offensive lineman can be moved to tight end at all. All offensive linemen must have numbers that match offensive linemen. They cannot have a skill position number. Now I have to say this because we had a guy in the league that did this before. Changed his tight end lineman, the tight end numbers and running back numbers, and had him out there at tight end and shit. Had 9 fucking tight end linemen on the field. So I have to put that in. Usually rules change when somebody try to bend the rule or get around it and then be like, well, I ain't see that in the rules and say I couldn't do it. And we got to throw them shits in there, right? So again, offensive lineman can move to any position. You can play any offensive lineman at any position on the line. And they cannot be moved to tight end at all. No lineman can get moved to tight end at all. All right, and they must have a lineman number. No skill position numbers. Defensive linemen can position change to any other defensive line position. Defensive ends can play linebacker. Linebackers can play any defensive line position except, linebackers can't play any defensive line positions. They can play D-end though, so you can move linebackers and D-ends. D-ends to linebacker, linebackers to D-ends, but you cannot move a linebacker to D-tackle. At the safety position, you can move safeties to linebacker, but they must be 6'1", at least 215, and can't have more than a 90 speed. So if you got a safety that he's a hitter, thumper, and you want to move him to linebacker, he has to be 6'1", 215 pounds or more, and can't be more than a 90 speed. Cornerbacks can Cornerbacks can be moved to free safety or strong safety, but can't be faster than a 92 speed. Safeties cannot be moved to corner at all. Now, with that being said, note any position you change must remain there the entire season. If the game allows you to formation sub, you're allowed to do it, such as sub linebacker packages. Safeties can play those positions, but sub linebackers have to be at least 6 foot, 215, to be able to play the sub linebacker package. All formation subs, subbing by package is allowed if the game allows it. You're fine. Now, there's exceptions to this. We have an offensive lineman rule. You can't have more than 6 offensive linemen on the field at once. You got some packages that speed packages. You got some packages that have sub safeties at linebacker. If you're gonna do it, remember they have to meet the sub linebacker criteria. Ability changing, you will only be allowed to ability change a season going forward. To have an ability change, you must contact. Nope, that's over with. That's not a rule no more. I'll get to that. That's definitely not a new rule no more. So when we get to the abilities part, I'll talk about that. We have players on current rosters and in the draft classes that we hold, that will hold the tweeners title. All right, so tweeners. So if you get a guy like Honey Badger, who started his career off in the NFL, he played cornerback, he can play both. He's at safety now, but he can play both. Or Isaiah Simmons, who can play either or safety or linebacker. These guys that come out the draft will be labeled tweeners. You will know because we will tell you who they are. I would. That's something that I will do. Each draft class, I will point them out. You'll know who they are. These guys are exceptions, meaning they can break the speed threshold rule, and and the rules. So you got a certain rule for position changing. If you grab a tweener, we'll tell you the positions they played, and you can move them anywhere. So you might have like a guy like a Honey Badger, he can play safety or corner for you, and so he can go to slot corner with no problem, with no issues. Nobody can complain about that. You got these guys like, again, Isaiah Simmons. It's more than just that. There's other guys that's played both safety and corners. They'll be tweeners. You got guys that play running back and receiver. They're tweeners. We'll point them out. And in the draft class, because it's not a real life draft, this is a Game of Thrones draft class. These players are Madden drafted players, but with a Junkies twist to it. So there'll be edited players, and I will label those guys that are tweeners. So when you're drafting, you'll know before the draft who's a tweener, who's, that you can, so it might help you put them on your board. Like, all right, well, I know I can get this guy. If I'm interested in this guy, I can play this guy at safety or corner. I've definitely drafted him. All right, so position change rule. Anything I'm talking about right now, as far as rules and stuff, will go in the main chat for all those that don't know these things already. These things will go into the main chat, and I will be labeling them. Remember that I will label them what 2 positions they can play. We will identify those players when the tweener players. All right. Man, guns, bro. I'm super excited though, man. I am super excited. I'm super excited. Today I want to talk about players in the league right now, coaches and everything. What I want to do is, along with you, Guns, I want to go through the roster for a little bit, right? First of all, we kind of got the roster shit done real fast, man. Like, that shit didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take, Guns.
No, it didn't. But I don't want nobody to take the statement that you just made to take that lightly. We were hyper focused. You put in a lot of late work into the rosters. I know I was there with you, but there were times where we would be up working on these rosters till like midnight. I would go to bed and you would continue to work on the rosters until like 3 a.m. And I really want people to know, the type of background work that goes into it before you start all your damn complaining and
because what's going to happen is, not to cut you off, but you know as well as I know, what's going to happen is this. Guys going to get in the league and they're going to look at other people's teams and be like, hold up, wait a minute. How the fuck Kyler Murray got 94 speed, 94 excel? The fuck? That's not
I can
how it is in
explain
the
that.
other league I'm in. You know what I'm saying? How does this person? Well, the first thing we do is we got a Madden scale when it comes down to speed thresholds, right? So we know
Hmm.
whatever 40 those guys run, we know what Madden should have made them, or what Madden goes off of. Like literally, what does not my scale, which is real draft, where I do my own scale. Like it's kind of like Madden's, but is a little bit of, my own shit, how I think it should be. Um, with Game of Thrones, we keep it Madden as much as possible. So what happens is we found I always had it, but we found their speed threshold, far as 40 times the speed. We even got bench press to equate to what their strengths will be. We got their
Hmm.
jumping. We got everything that
Cone
Madden
drills,
uses
everything.
to decide a guy's combine shit. Right, we have that information. The problem is this: if you look at Madden's stuff, they don't make their players to match that. Um, I think they do a thing where, like, for certain positions, and they do it. Oh, he a rookie, so he got to earn certain stuff. Like, nah, speed is speed. If these guys pro days and combine numbers is what they are, then well, that's what the fuck they are. Like, I don't understand how you can make a guy that run a 4.33 a 88 speed. It just doesn't make
Right.
sense, right? I don't give a fuck what position he play. He
Lazy.
runs a 4.33. Simple as that. We're not gonna make it. That just doesn't make sense. But yet you got a guy in the league that ran a 4.42 at his pro day, and he has 91 speed. And yet a guy that ran faster than him at his pro day is slower than him coming on Madden. So to me, man, Madden need to get their shit together. And I'm gonna tell you what they do. If the player ain't already like a big time college recruit superstar, they don't give a shit. They got guys that flat out running 4.4s and got these guys 86 speed. They all got nothing on them. They ain't work on them at all. Like they just put their names in there, put a fake picture on it. They ain't even do their player likeness and go get their real pictures and shit. Like they just got these guys looking terrible. Like because they don't care. Like to me, I think that's just the laziest shit possible. Like, well, the one thing I do, this is part of the work process that I have as a commissioner and the way my league, the brand of what my league is. We do that. We do the work. We do the work. We do research. We do a lot of research on players to figure out who they really are, and we don't give them a slighted grade. Like, man, speed is just speed, bro. I know if I'm a player in the NFL and Madden makes me, and I know I ran a 4.31 or 4.28, and you got me on a 90 speed because you was too lazy. Maybe I was a fifth round pick or something, and you just didn't feel like making me in my appropriate speed. Then I got a problem. Don't make me on the game. You don't have permission to even put me on the game. I know that's how I would feel if I played and they did me like that. There's a lot of players that complain about their fucking overalls. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about flat out proof of what this guy ran in a 40, and that doesn't add up to what he is. So you're gonna get in the league. Once you get in the league, you're gonna realize that especially when it comes down to the rookies, a lot of your rookies all have their speed now. So I went through team from the Bears to the Vikings, from Bears all the way to the Vikings. Me and Guns went through every team, got there 40 times. Especially mostly the rookies, some first year players as well, and some players that were just obvious. But for the most part, all rookies, right? That's on the game now. We went through the entire league, position by position, and we gave these guys their speed, their accelerations, their jumping ability, all that stuff. We took our time and went through all that shit. So when you go through the rosters and you come on and you're playing in somebody else's league and you see a player and you're like, wait a minute, how is that? Like, for example, Justin Fields. Ready? Let's talk about it, Guns. What did Justin Fields run in the 40? You gotta forgive him. Sometimes he got two headsets on right now. At this point, he might be on a call right now. But anybody that's watching right now, do you guys remember what Justin Fields ran in the 40? All right. Well, he ran a 4.44, and he tripped when he ran that 4.4. Yes, sir. Right. So what you do is, I got Madden's speed chart is what it's called, right? And what happens is we know what a 4-4 guide is when it comes down to Madden, and their 40 times, right? So we know what their 40s consist of. So we know, I'll give you an example. An average 40 time of a 4.76 range from 471 to a 483 can be an 80 speed. So you go down there to the 4-4s, right? And what we see is a 4-4-4. That's still a low 4-4-4, right? So what we know is when you get to that, we come up in here and we're looking at uh, a 94 speed. Now, granted, I didn't give him a 94 speed because you can range it. So from a 92 speed, average 40 time could be anywhere from a 4.42 to a 4.37 or 4.44. So it's different charts of, you can make them how you know what I mean, as far as the 40 times. So that's a lot of different 40 ranges from a 92 speed. 4.42, 4.37, 4.44. So what we did is we know 4.37, somewhere between that can be like a night to us 93 speed. We wouldn't have a 4.37 as a 92. But a 4.44, anything 4.5 and above to a 5 flat can be anywhere between 92 to 90 to 89 speed. So then we take the player and we look at, the three cones and all that shit, and we determine whether if this guy's 4.5 is a 90 or 89, or if this guy's 4.52 is a 91 or 89. You know what I mean? Like, we determine those by the film work what we do. And I have a history of making players already, so we kind of been making these players for years. So I know these guys, so we kind of already done all this process, so it wasn't as hard as you would think. But per Madden scale, Justin Fields should have been a 92 speed, 92 acceleration. So he is a 92 speed, 92 acceleration. Those are the difference. Then you got guys, that just didn't get their speed at all. Like, you got guys that ran 4.42s. These same guys ran 4.44s and 4.42s, and Madden got them 87 speed. It was a lot of cornerbacks that we found that was that way. So a lot of guys got bumps in their rookie speed with corners if their true 40 time determined us to bump them up. So I'll go through. Let's just go through teams real fast. Let me see. We'll start with the Vikings, and we'll look at if they drafted a safety or not. Let's see. All right, so Cameron Bynum. So as you see, the 91.89. So I know he ran anywhere between the 4.5 2 to a 4.49, 4.48, somewhere like that. When you go look at corners, they don't have no rookie corners, so they didn't get one. So then you go through teams, and what I did was, all right, so now we're here. All right, so you got rookies. Elijah Molden, he was slower than that 90, so he's 90. Now he's a little faster. Than you look at Chris Farley. They already had Khalid Farley already popping, but he went up as well too. Texans. Let's see if we found anybody here. They don't have any rookies, so I would keep it moving. Like, so what I would do is I'll go bang. So now we're looking at these guys. Any rookies at corner? None. So we'll keep it moving, right? Then we look at the Seahawks, and we look at, do they have any rookies? And yes, Trey Brown, 92 speed, 92 excel. So we know Trey Brown ran a 4.4. So if you just go to regular rosters right now, they will have him slower than that 40, than that 92 speed, right? Look at the Saints. We look at any of their rookies. So we looked at Paulson, Adebo, another 4.4 guy, 92. And just because I know that 4.4 guys, we don't have any rookies over here. Robert Rochelle, 93. So this guy is somewhere between a 4.38, 4.37 to like a 4.4 flat. So his speed went up. Raiders, Nate Hobbs, 90. Patriots, Sean Wade, 93-93. Panthers, J.C. Horn, 93-93. Keith Teller, 89-90. We know he ran a 4.5, and it could have been a mid 4.5, like a 4.55, something like that. So that's why he's where he's at. J.C. Horn's at 93-93. I'm quite sure y'all don't. Nobody's league got him that. Stokes, 97-97. I think I moved him up. I think they had him like a 95. Shamar Jean Charles also went to a 90-90. Lions, Melifanu, 90-93. AJ Parker went to a 99. And what happens is these guys, once they made to their right pro day shit, now he could play some of these guys, right? Like, I will play this kid now, especially in season 1. The Jets benefited big time. Look, rookie Brandon Equals, he ran a good 4.3, 93-93. P-Knock, 89-92, so you know, a 4.5, mid 4.5 guy. Isaiah Dunn, 93-91. They big time. So now whoever the Jets coach is got guys that he can play, that he don't have to worry about going to attack the draft all crazy, because he have them now. He can play with them and just get them guys developed. They low 70s, get them developed. Tyson Campbell, 92-92, so you know he's a 4.4 guy. Giants benefited too. Aaron Robinson, 93-93. It was somebody else I saw over here. Oh yeah, Rodarius Williams, 90-91. He benefited there too, so that's a big bump for him. So now what happens is you're gonna play with your guys now versus trying to go find, you know, different guys. You can play with them now. Look, Ambry Thomas is a burner, 4.3 guy, high 4.3, low 4.4, 93-93. You got Diamore there, Leonore, 92-92. So you're 4.4 guys. So now the Niners is in a good situation with good corners. And then not only are you in a good situation, these guys are 73-72. You can play these guys now. You got to develop them and get them played, get them on the field now. And that's how we did the entire league. Benjamin St. Jude, he got a bump up overall everywhere because he's a starter. He's starting right now for them. So he probably went from somewhere in the 67 overall, low 70 to a 77. So, you know, now he's on the field, he's playing. So this is a guy he can play now. That saves you a position to go on and go draft, right? And we did that throughout the entire league, bro. Every rookie position, every single position. If you had a rookie, they got looked at, and we went through their times and stuff, right? So that's all the player. My boy Trill Williams, I had him faster. I had him at 92 when I made him, but I made him before he ran his actual pro day. So he's a 4.5 guy, probably high 4.5 guy. So 89 speed, but got good acceleration, 93. Trill can play now for him. Although he ain't gonna need him to play, not with these corners over here, Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. So now you got a guy like Trill, you can get him on the field. I would play him over a lot of these 92 speed guys down here. I would play Trill right away. Because the one thing you know, Trill's a tweener. You could play Trill at safety or corner. So I would look at that. So, you know, I just went through the whole league that way, right? We did that at every position, running backs, receivers, defensive linemen, linebackers, safeties, and corners. We went through even quarterbacks. Went through the whole league. And those rookies got bumps to what they belong at. All right. So now, what I want to do is I want to talk about just me playing 22 and watching guys play with these teams. I want to do top players at positions, but I want to do something different. You know how we can just go, I can go to the NFL and be like, so let me ask you, Guns, if I want to do a top 10 quarterback, would it go like, would you do it with the order the game has it right now? So right now, Mahomes at 99 overall. Would that make him the best quarterback on the game?
I think Madden is well, at the top they're pretty accurate, but then as once you get past the first few at each position, and then they kind of get cookie cutter. So not totally. No, I wouldn't just go by just Madden.
So what I'm gonna
Let
do
them
is
tell me.
overall means a lot. You can't ignore overall, right? So I guess if we went by overall, but even with this, just looking at the top quarterbacks right now, right? That you can see on my screen. Um, I'm gonna go on a limb and say, without anybody using them right now, Aaron Rodgers might be the best quarterback on the game. Then Tom Brady. Then Patrick Mahomes. Would you have an argument
Yeah.
with me there?
I mean, you can. I don't think there's a lot of argument for A-Rod. Matter of fact, and even Brett, no argument.
It's because it is. It's because of their abilities. It's because of the their superstar abilities and the things they do. Like Tom Brady is again. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady flat out can have a guy not good winning ball games. A guy that's really not as good playing the game can win ball games with these guys. That's how good they made these guys on this game, man. They are electrifying. They make throws nobody else can make. It's hard to really pick them off. It's hard to sack them. A lot of shit. Like they're really good, and especially if they get manned by a coach that can really fling that shit. But my little order, I had Rodgers at 1, Brady at 2, then I had Patrick Mahomes, and that's just me, without anybody playing with them, just knowing who these guys are and how they are on the game. That's what I had. So I had, again, Rodgers at 1, Brady at 2, Mahomes at 3, and then I went to 4 at Lamar Jackson, and so on. So, but what I want to do is I want to talk about potential, and I want to talk about the top quarterbacks that's going to be in our league from the time we start in Game of Thrones, right? Oh my God, she gonna do this shit all morning. What's up, Mom? All right, I'm gonna call you back, Mom. All right. Add your Outlook account. It's another email app on a smart device. She's trying to work on that computer. I got out the shop for her yesterday. Oh my God. So I want to talk about potentials at positions. We're gonna go through some positions, and we're gonna talk about situations right now. So I listed just without playing, and if you just jumped in the league and you wanted to think who's the top quarterbacks in the league, in my order, I would have it like this. I would say Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback on the game. I know Mahomes is a 99 overall, but Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback on the game. Then it's Tom Brady. Then it's Patrick Mahomes. Then I would say it's Lamar Jackson. Then I was stuck after Lamar. I thought either Josh Allen or Kyler Murray would be the 5th or 6th, in my opinion.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you gotta better see Russell come in that category where you gotta better you gotta better know how to play with Russell. Like Russell's skill set is him rolling out and making things happen when shit break down, and you gotta be a guy that know how to play with him, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see Russell as a quarterback that anybody can just get on that team and win games with him. And maybe I got Kyler in front of Josh Allen, and Josh Allen should probably be in front of Kyler at 5, Kyler Murray, right? But I got Kyler Murray there because I just think of his skill set, what he can do. But again, he's another quarterback that you gotta. What's up, bro? How y'all? Good morning, man. Welcome to the Breakfast Club show, Tuesday talk. So let me ask you this: would you argue with me with 1, 2, and 3 and 4? Aaron Rodgers at 1,
No.
Tom Brady at 2, Patrick Mahomes at 3, Lamar at 4. Now who would you have? Here's my top. Here's the next guys in the order I put it. I had Kyler at 5, Josh Allen at 6, Russell Wilson at 7, Dak Prescott at 8, Justin Herbert at 9, and Deshaun Watson at 10. Would you see a change in any of those?
I would swap Herbert and Watson.
Herbert and Watson?
Hmm.
Okay. And I think Josh Allen, as far as game wise, somebody playing with him right now, probably can go over Kyler Murray too. You like Russell over Kyler and Josh Allen,
It's just what I've seen people do with him on the game. I'm not getting into the real quarterback conversation. It's just I'm looking at it from a Madden perspective. I've seen Russ. I've seen defenders bounce off of Russ more than I've seen somebody sends the corner screaming towards the
and he
quarterback.
bounced right the fuck off that tackle. Yep.
Right, and then with I hold Russell higher because you remember with his ability was a little bit different than other quarterbacks. It was real similar to the offensive lineman that had the threat detector. Remember, he can always see the blitzers.
Yep, the blitzing and all that
Pre-game
shit.
snap.
Yep.
I just seen people take Russ and just tear people up.
But let me ask you this: can the worst person in the league take the Seahawks and win some ball games, season one, and win some ball games with Russell Wilson, just as is, without having to really learn how to play how he's supposed to be played with special? Because some of these guys got abilities, and the way you have to know how to play with them. It's not too many people that can make a quarterback play the way they want them to play, no matter what type of skill set and abilities they have. Not everybody can come in and play with a Lamar Jackson the way he's supposed to be played.
I've seen people come in and ruin any quarterback because they don't understand how they play in real life. You can't just come in and take a player. See, this is where people get video games messed up. I know Madden is trying to dumb it down and make it so anybody can pick up and bend a player to their style. That doesn't work in franchise mode.
Not if you playing this game, if you're not playing this game with a real football sense, and if you're not doing research on your team and the players you playing with, like I advise everybody, you go look at your quarterback and see what they can do, and really look at the team's offense
play.
And really try to play it. That's why everybody's being the coaches that originally coaches these teams. To join the league, you have to join as the coach, and you have to really, that don't mean you can't play at your own custom playbooks and all that shit, but you have to play with that coach. And Game of Thrones, real draft, you can customize
something happened
shit.
with the Jets coach. Somebody fired the Jets coach.
Yeah, he wanted to get him back because he joined in as a creative coach and not. He said he joined before. That's why I wasn't really trying to send invites out like that all crazy, because I knew that was going to happen. But when you I got a little thirsty myself, so got a little bit ahead of myself. You know
Everybody's thumping their veins right now.
Sure, ready to get at it, man. Ready to get after it. In a dead spot. All right, so look, my next thing I did was I said, you know what I'm gonna do? Instead of doing top quarterbacks by their ratings, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, right? That I think is going to be the top quarterbacks in the league right away with Game of Thrones 3 users. So now, if you look at Patrick Mahomes, now you gotta look at the person that's using him, and then you call is Patrick Mahomes the number 1, 2, or 3 quarterback in the league now? You know what I'm saying? You look at Tom Brady and you see who's coaching him, who has to control him, and then you ask yourself, is he the number 1, 2, 3 or quarterback in the league? Then you look at Aaron Rodgers and you do the exact same thing, right? So my top 10 just joining the league is not the same as the top 10 with their coach, with their appropriate coaches on them. So here you go. This is what I came up with. I picked Kyler Murray first because of who's coaching him. Would you argue with that?
No. I had to think about that real quick. Wait a minute. No, not at all.
So I picked Kyler Murray first because he's with one of, if not the best passer in our league, and Coach Falk.
Now, what are you basing that off of? You just talking about the coach with the quarterback? And
the coach with
the most out of that quarterback?
Coach with the quarterback. So when you think about, all right, Falk got the Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Is Kyler Murray, could he be the best quarterback in the league?
Nah, it's going to be Lamar. Kyler would be second. I'm not because
That's my only problem with Falk, because you know Falk is going to turn him into a pure pocket passer, so you're not going to really
right.
see him be Lamar special. But if he's the exception, if he can, you know, Falk can do that. Not everybody can sit there and make Kyler Murray a pocket passer and throw for
Okay,
six
well,
thousand yards.
let's just say now. Let me tell you why I'm saying that also. Because in the past, I'm not going to say we always know, but in the past, Falk is not going to stick with the same quarterback throughout the disc.
Yeah, but we're talking about top 10 quarterbacks with Game of Thrones coaches right now. As soon as we start the league, this is the start. Coming right in.
As
He's
soon as
going to
we
stay
start
with
the
Kyler
league,
Murray.
it's still going to be Kyler Murray second because Falk is going to make. I don't want to. It's hard to say it. Falk is going to make Kyler almost one dimensional. You know, he's not going to take advantage of the other aspect that Kyler Murray brings, and you're going to get the full. You're going to get everything out of Lamar. That's why I said Kyler Murray would be second.
So Falk coming into an 83 overall, Kyler Murray with 94 speed, 94 excel. What's different is he had 91 speed with 94 excel. Now he has 94, 94. Everything else is what he already was. We know Falk. I mean, history showing us he had Shador Sanders, who was a dual threat quarterback, and he didn't run him. He pocket passed the shit out of him. But I still believe with him as the best passer in our league, we'll have Kyler Murray the top quarterback in the league. But I completely understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. So I'm gonna go with you. So we'll go Lamar Jackson, coached by me first. All right, we'll do that. Is Kyler second on that list?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
All right. You want to know who I got third right now? You ready for this?
Let me think about it. Okay, I got a thought.
You want to guess first?
Yeah.
Go ahead, take a guess.
If my guess would actually be, and this is just I might be out of my mind, pumping my veins for real. I would like to see what Rich the Barber does with Patrick Mahomes.
All right, now
and he knows him intimately.
Right. Right, and we know what Rich going to do week, and it's not fair because that's going to be the easiest thing to do. Throw him bombs all game long, like it's going to be easy in season 1, right? But I really don't got him there. I got Tom Brady, coached by Craig, as the number 3.
That was gonna be 4 for me. Yep, it's gonna be Craig coming in at 4.
If anybody. Throwing style, and I think people ignored him because he run the ball so much, right? But I think people ignore his passing. Like the guy don't turn the ball over. He throws the ball away. When he has to. Like he's not that type of guy that he throws so fast and he throws quick and he throw a lot of short right. And that's Tom Brady. Tom Brady will dot you the fuck up on this game if the right guy got him. So I think I like him at 3. So
I have to redo my list because the thought process that I had on quarterbacks were, by the time this disc is done, what did they do with the quarterback?
Yeah, I'm talking about day 1 when we get in here, first season with these guys. Who's going to be at the end? Who's going to be in that list of top?
I have to retrain my mind now because when I thought about Craig, I was like, okay, Craig's only going to have like 3 seasons with Tom Brady.
Right.
If he's lucky. So that's the reason why I had him down there, but I knew he was going to be impactful with him in those, 3 seasons.
Right.
I had Mahomes up there because I knew Rich is not going to get rid of Mahomes. Mahomes going to die on that roster.
Right. Right.
So,
but then
now
you got to
ask
yourself.
I have to retrain my mind.
We've seen Rich have the number 1 to 5, number 1 to 3 receiver, especially when you get the Chiefs. You give Rich a fast receiver, and you give him his team, his favorite team, with Patrick Mahomes. We've seen it happen before. We know he's going to throw the ball to Reek, and Reek is going to be one of the top receivers in the league. But that does that equate to him being in the top five though, as the guy coaching Kyler Murray? I mean, guy coaching Patrick Mahomes. He's the guy using him. Do you see him there? So at one we got me with Lamar Jackson, so we had to change that up. I actually had myself at 3, and I probably did it because I was judging myself. So I like it though, because I do know that you are going to get everything out of him. You're going to get running and throwing out of him, and throwing can end up being somewhere between high 3,000 to 4,000 yards, and 1,000 yards on the ground, damn near every year. So I'll reassess that and pick me at 1. I'll pick Kyler Murray and King Falk at 2, and then we got Tom Brady and Craig at 3. You might gonna be
Okay.
surprised at who I got at 4. Ready for
What you
this?
got? Yeah.
Josh Allen and Coach Jr.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember Junior's playing style.
West Coast, check down Charlie and the whole thrower. What this game about this year? Throwing it fast and involving the tight end, throwing quick routes, extended run plays. Instead of running the ball for 4 or 5 yards, he passed the ball as a
Okay.
run, as an extension of his run game. I
Hold
just
on.
think the
My
core.
phone.
Go ahead, do your thing. Do your
My
thing.
phone's
I
ringing.
read your text. I read your text. All right. So the reason why I got him there at 4 is because I think the quarterback Josh Allen is special in this game. When you look at Josh Allen, it comes down to he's a quarterback that a lot of guys can come and do it. Now the problem is this. The one problem I did have with Junior having Josh Allen, and then it also comes down to what receivers is out there, and we already know he has Stephon Diggs, who's a top dog. I like this receiving core, especially with Marquise Stevenson getting his real speed. That's a game changer. So his top 4 receivers are solid. The one thing I would say I think could go against him in a way is that Josh Allen got a 99 throw power. Then you look at the receivers out here, and you do got some deep threats. Stephon can do it all, right? But then outside of that, you only got Marquez Stevenson who can run past the defensive secondary, and he has 93 speed. He ain't up there with the elites, but that's great speed for season 1 to better run, to throw bombs and run by defenses, right? But we've never seen him really be a guy that stretched the field. Like, he's gonna throw somewhere between 5 to 15 yards at the most. We don't really see him throw bombs where he's stretching the field. But because he's so efficient at those check downs and those 15 yarders and getting up and down the field with that West Coast offense, I think with Josh Allen, if he can find a way to utilize what Josh Allen strength really is, he can be special because he's coming in with one of the better quarterbacks, and he's a good passer in the sense of how he play. Obviously, the guy threw the ball really well with the Bears in real draft, and he threw it at a high level. So I like him at 4, and it's funny because the guy at 5 could be over top of him, and I got Justin Herbert and Coach Corey. And Corey could be by default because he throw the ball all game long. But if you play Corey, you know he can throw the football. Sometimes throwing too much get him in trouble, but I just think he will have a top quarterback because he has Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's not a bad quarterback at all on this game. Now the problem with Corey is, which fits into what he likes to do a little bit, the way he throw the ball is he has a bunch of possession receivers on his team. And that's what he do. He throw possession passes, and he threw it at a high level. So I like him with this quarterback. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, these guys. Joshua Palmer, you had to build him. He really ain't got nobody with like legit speed outside of him. Jalen Guyton with 93 speed. When you look at the tight end, he don't really got stretch the field tight ends, and that's his problem. Because Trey McKitty, I thought he was a little faster. I gotta go check with him. I think I missed McKitty. He's an old Florida State guy. So anyway, he don't have that tight end that can stretch the field, where he send deep, and then the other tight end, because he play a lot of single back formations with 2 tight ends on the field at times. But he has that other. He's another guy that throw. That's not a a deep thrower. He's a timing thrower, a possession thrower, and he has the possession receivers to do it. So I like him with Justin Herbert. I do think Justin Herbert is a top quarterback in the game right now. On the game too as well. Still got a lot of building to do. The other part is, you're dealing with a guy on star, and that's it. You got to get him built to better do some of the things you're gonna want to do going forward. But I like him. At 5 right now. Now it's some really good passers in the league right now that got quarterbacks that's just not it. A lot of these guys, I think, is just gonna not play with these quarterbacks. So let's go. Let's just go through the teams real fast. All right. So Justin Fields with Coach D West, I think is a great fit. Great fit for Coach D West. Now, when you look at the quarterbacks and you call that quarterback a great fit, he's a dual threat. You can do a lot of things on Madden with a guy with this type of speed, right? Solid throw power, 92, and he could throw the ball in the 80s and everything that matters, right? Then you go look at the receiver core and you think about it. You got Darnell Mooney, 93 speed, 92 excel. They got Marquise Goodwin, 96, 96, so he got a speed burner. You got Brashad Perriman, good speed. Demir Bird, good speed. So these guys aren't like top tier receiver, by overalls and all that, but they're good Madden receivers to start the diss off with. Like, I think D West don't need to trade, or he can get away with this receiver core right now. This is good enough for Justin Fields right now. So I think he'll be, a good passer with a good quarterback. The problem is I will have hit him in a rookie tier, not as, a top quarterback to play with. Right now, I would use him as one of the top, if not the top rookie quarterback to play with right now. And let's see what he got at tight end. All right. So we go to the Bengals. Now we got we got Circle Bob using Joe Burrow. Now Joe Burrow last year came out a superstar and all that. The injury, they dropped him down to a star. Guns, let me ask you this. Circle Bob with Joe Burrow. Now, he got the running backs because now Chris Evans has 92 speed, 92 excel. He's a 4-4 guy, right? Joe Mixon is a superstar. He got the running backs. And quiet as kept, he got the receivers. Boyd can do a lot of possession catching for you. Jamar Chase is going to be an animal. But then after that, he's slow as hell. So he really got one receiver in the 90s or above. Everybody else is kind of possession guys over here. Can you see him doing anything with this receiving core with Joe Burrow at quarterback year 1?
My first, it's kind of insider information because I saw him a few days ago accidentally posting the wrong chat that Jamar Chase was on the block. So I'm a little unsure what his direction is going to be with this team. When I saw that, I never expected it. So right now he has me confused.
Well,
right
he'll
now.
be stupid trying to trade Jamar Chase. Here's why: because you're not going to ever get the value you want to get from him. You can't get another first-round pick. You can't get another second-round pick for him. So now that leaves you to get third round, fourth round, fifth round, sixth round, or seventh round pick, because that's the only round you can have 2 picks in, right? So now that means you're either going to trade for a player, right? So that means you're going to look at Jamar Chase and then trade for a player. And if you off Jamar Chase, 9 out of 10, you just made yourself weak at receiver. So then what do you go get for a Jamar Chase? So he by default of the league rules now, he might be stuck with Jamar Chase unless he looking to, like, do you say, all right, well, fuck it, I'll play at all these other guys on here that's not really good Madden receivers, trade Jamar Chase, and what do you get from him? You know what I'm saying? That's a little hard. Like, this is who you're supposed to be building around, not trading.
Now, if anybody would pull a move like that, he would, because he's one of those that feel like he can show up and play and maximize whatever he has to the point where he feel like he can still win games even without Jamar. And then, of course, we already know if he makes a trade like that, where his attention is going to be when we get to the draft.
And but the problem is that's going to be that's going to be a hard trade. That's just approval
It
wise,
is.
it's going to be hard to get done. Like that's just guys got to recondition themselves that this ain't just real draft for season 5, 6, 7. You just trade not nope. Not gonna happen. You really gonna have to put thought into it because you giving up a top 10 talent, right? For what? Because you ain't getting a first round pick for him, you ain't getting a second round pick for him, and is he
Right.
worth getting a third and a fourth for? You know what I'm saying? Like you got really like he gonna have to reevaluate his thought process. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Joe Burrow, I think he got to do some work with Joe Burrow as well. To really do anything. Do you see him staying with him, or do you see him getting a
No.
quarterback? I think he'll get a quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, he's gonna get a quarterback. Now,
I think he
gonna
might.
try to
This is a
build him up as much as he can to be able to off him somewhere.
right.
But he's definitely gonna be looking for another quarterback.
All right, so we already talked about Josh Allen and his receiver core and what he can do with this guy. This guy could be a top elite passer right away, season 1 with Josh Allen. Now this is a great situation right here because we know Jimbo. He's a methodical type of player as well that throw the ball quick and throw to the open. He takes what you give him. The problem is he doesn't have an elite type of quarterback to put on the list as a guy that you could put in the top 10 in my opinion with Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock. I'm assuming, if he's forced to play with these quarterbacks year 1, who does he start?
Uh, Teddy.
You think he starts Teddy?
Mm-hmm.
What we do know is this. That's probably the one thing they're missing is a quarterback, in my opinion, because the weapons they got over here, Javonte Williams at running back gonna be a problem. But then you look at the receiving core; they are loaded with Sutton,
Yes, the receiver.
Judy,
Yes.
even Tim Patrick, Hamler. They are loaded at receiver. So he get a quarterback with this receiving core without blowing this receiving core up. He could be a problem. I just don't think he has an elite quarterback to be in the conversation of top tier quarterbacks right now. So I would think that would be his first look is for a quarterback. Then you got Booney with the Browns and Baker Mayfield. How do you feel?
That's gonna be different because anybody who knows Boone, we know how he likes to play.
Mm-hmm.
Baker's not that guy.
I mean,
that he plays.
He gonna make him that guy though, the rolling out, letting plays bump off, breakdown and playmaker and tight end delays and jet sweeps and all that good shit. I think he could do something special with Baker. I think Baker is a really good Madden player. For whatever reason, they love Baker on this game. Good throwing power. He can stretch the field, and we already know this is the problem. Boone's best weapons is in this backfield right now. Boone don't run the ball though. I think he will though. I think Boone is going to try to make a statement. You got to think about it. He has to play me twice a season, and he already hate the fact that I'm the Ravens. So he is going to come in that game trying to play off football me to death. I think that'll be the game. He'll be on some run shit. I don't know why these guys got injuries next to their names and shit. They'll be back before. It's like all the guys that got a week injury or a 2-week injury, even though I got injuries and pre-existing injuries off, are injured. A couple of them, but they'll be back. And once you skip the second preseason, he'll be back in the mix. But then you look at the receiving core over here. Obviously, we know Anthony Schwartz is a problem, and this is my thing. He is going to use him. Is Boone going to be the old Boone where Anthony Schwartz, he tried to throw for, had this guy catch 3,000 yards and shit, 40 fucking touchdowns, and don't use Odell and the other guy that's over here that's a dog?
I knew that question was going to come up, and it's difficult because Schwartz doesn't fit the mold of the guy. He fits the mold of the other guy. Like Boone always tries to, he'll have a receiver or two, but normally that one receiver is the one that got the great size and speed.
Well, that's Schwartz. Schwartz
I
got 97 speed. He's going to dick ride the shit out of Schwartz. He's going to use Schwartz as his number
right,
one receiver. Period.
he's not 6'2" and or 6'3", you know,
Right.
from that's what I'm saying. He's missing that part of it. But yeah, I definitely think that he's definitely going to design. He's definitely going to try to scheme him open.
His whole offense in the passing game is going to be through Schwartz. First and
I can see
foremost.
that.
I'm talking about everything, jet sweeps, everything. Whatever he do, is Schwartz is going to be the guy doing it.
Right.
The problem is he got Odell and Landry over here who can win him ball games just because they just going to be better than most of the corners that got to go up against him. So I want to see if his offense is going to evolve, or we're going to get the same, roll out playmaker, throw bombs to Schwartz and run by everybody, and try to, Boone get ridiculous with a receiver if he can, especially the way the threshold of speed is now on the game. Speed kills.
Yeah.
They run by motherfuckers. So I can see Boone right now running, getting stuck with the play calling rule because he want to run the play that he can run to burn everybody. Like he is. He get a guy that he can take advantage of. He'll try to throw Anthony Schwartz 10 touchdowns in that game, and don't give a flying fuck about nobody else on the team. I think that can get Boone in trouble, but he got Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield has enough ability to be able to roll out and do some of the things that he want to do. Now, can it work? Do you think Boone's style of play can work with these Browns?
He can get away with it. Yep. There's certain people he gonna run into. He gonna have some problems. But the way that he plays, generally, he'll be able to get away with it.
Is Baker going to be a top tier quarterback on the game right away year one?
No, because Boone's gonna throw some. He's gonna be trying to ride. He's gonna dick ride. He's gonna have to get used to Baker. So I could see a lot of mistakes early. It's like it's kind of like how Peyton Manning was early in his career. He had a lot of touchdowns, but he had a lot of picks also.
I think Boone's going to try to make Baker Mayfield play Boone style of football instead of really trying to figure out how to use Baker Mayfield and play.
And that's going to run into problems early.
I agree. All right, so
but
we're talking about
throw it at a volume to where he's still going to get the yardage out of his wide receivers that he wants to get, but it's going to come at a cost.
All right, so we talked about Craig. We got him in the top 3 passing wise with Tom Brady throwing the football. The only thing going to hold him back is if how much of the run game. And I think he's going to stick with that formula. I think he's going to come out running a fucking football on you, and he's going to throw the ball when he have to. But the run is going to be more important for him over here when he got this type of shit going on now. He ain't no wow you with speed guys, but it's not a corner that can go up with Mike Evans in the league outside of Ramsey. Antonio Brown can get sticky. Chris Godwin is a dog. Then you still got Miller with good speed, and then Jalen Darden over here with 92, 94 speed. So he got some weapons. You already know. Tight ends, he's fucking loaded. This team is loaded right now. This team, should be favored to play in the Super Bowl within the first 2 seasons before guys really get built. So he's in a good situation and could possibly have him as a top tier quarterback right away. We know a Falk. This is the thing. Kyler Murray with Falk. We know Falk is going to make him a pure. He's going to develop him as a pocket passer before he even give a fuck about running with him. And that's not saying he's not going to take off, but it's not going to be. You're not going to see what you see Kyler Murray doing on Sundays in real life. You're not going to see that on a game with Falk. You're going to see a guy really, 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop backs and try to dot you all up over the field. He's going to work on building him. Now he's going to dial you the fuck up all game long, and he's going to work on making him a pocket passer before he even think about running any type of run design plays with him. And then now you look at it, the one thing I think he will need is a running back. That's the first thing he's going to need over here is a RB. But if it's there anybody can get away with not having a running back, it could be him, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because he'll compensate that, like I said, with the passing game, and then when he has to run, I mean, even when he had the runners, he was stacked at running back, last disc, and he still didn't OP the running game. He was still out there dialing up.
So then the next question would be is what happens with DeAndre Hopkins? Because on go, this guy can beat any. Like this is the one receiver when you look at 90 speed, 90 excel, like he ain't fast enough. This guy still is a deep threat. He's a nightmare as a receiver anywhere on the field. Possessions, deep balls, 50-50s, whatever you want to do with D-Hop, you can do it. So my question would be, what will he do with it? Now, I know and you know Falk has to have speed at the receiver position. Well, he got it in Isabella. And
Yeah.
again, I'll prove my point on these guys being injured. He's only out for a week.
And
So
he's got the rookie too. Was it Moore?
Rondell Moore. And he got the real Rondell Moore, 95 speed, 94 acceleration Rondell, not this 91 speed guy who ran a 4.32. And they got him running a 91 speed. Not that guy. They got the real Rondell Moore. So 95, 94 with Isabella with 95, 93 speed. So he got two speed demons, right? 95 speed guys. And then he got the best receiver in the game, possibly, with D-Hop.
Out of there.
Yeah.
Out of there.
Yeah.
Look for a D-Hop trade. Get out of there.
Yeah, I can see him still trying to trade D-Hop. I'll come get a D-Hop. Fucking crazy. All right, so then I talked about Corey with Justin Herbert, and we talked about his receivers and possession receivers. He do need some speed over here at receiver, but if anybody that's a top thrower, he doesn't need it. Keenan Allen is still a top tier receiver on the game, and the one thing Mike Williams can do for him is he can go get those 50-50s with that 94 special catch. And then Josh Palmer does have 91 speed, 91 excel, and I'm quite sure he'll get Jalen Guyton involved with the 93 speed. Just have to, because speed is everything, right? Then you got Rich the Barber.
Reek.
Patrick Mahomes. Can Rich be a top 5 passer with Patrick Mahomes this year? And Reek, year one.
Yeah, I mean he will. It's gonna come with the it's gonna be like boom situation where Reek gonna have the stats, Mahomes gonna have the yardage, but those INTs are gonna be high.
All right, now Rich, to me, we got to go check on Clyde Edward-Helaire 40 time as well too, bro. I never looked at that. He's a 1-year player. I definitely think he's faster than 86, but we'll check it out. But we know he got the speed at receiver, and it starts with the top 2. The problem is Reek is a 98 overall and faster than anybody in the game. But then you got Hardman, who's blazing 78 overall. Rich will get him involved, but the way he play is going to be the Reek show. So this is what it'll look like. 130 catches for Tyreek with 3,000 yards, 2,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns. I'm talking about in the 20s or above, right? And then Hardman will be behind him with like 30 catches. So that would say he's going to be one-dimensional as shit in the passing game. I mean, going to Reek early and often. We saw that story been told before with Hellburgers with Swartz. I think he will not do this team just if he doesn't get this tight end involved and do what Kelsey is there to do, and he'll be really stupid not to get Hardman built. So we haven't seen Rich for a while, right? So he's back. We ain't seen him for a while. So what does Rich do? I know Mahomes can make every throw, and that bazooka on Mahomes is the realest shit ever. Meaning, like, he on fire. You're definitely not gonna better stop Tyreek. He's running by everybody. You want to drop back and play prevent defense. Simple as that. He can. Rich the Barber can fling that thing. So, and he will fling that thing. So, Mahomes
better be ready.
So I like him.
Edward-Helaire ran a 4.6.
4.6, and they got him at 80. 4.6 what?
Well, that 4.6 flat, and then they had another one with 4.61.
Yeah, so he should be about 88 speed.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Mike with Carson Wentz. I don't expect Carson Wentz to really be anything spectacular at all. I think Mike is going to really be in this run game heavy. And I like his running backs over there. Now, he got some trade pieces, and he got some guys that he can stick with. But they're going to figure it out. I think Nyheim Hines will probably be a guy on the block that a lot of guys will come get. This is a great running back to have, especially Madden-wise. 93 speed, 93 excel. But I think Mike's whole shit going to be really run game. He going to work. He going to get there before he get to the passing game. All right, so now you got the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, Coach Snake. Does the Cowboys receiving core fit what Coach Snake does? You know, Snake can throw the ball. The game is back to him being able to go get some 50-50s out there now. He don't got to worry about all
Yeah.
that shit that he couldn't do. He'll look like he looked in 20 now with throwing the football.
Mhm.
If he even keep, Snake gonna want to blow shit up. He more intrigued with tearing the team up and building it up more than he is playing the game. But when he realized that he can, go get some of them 50-50s, my question is, he don't have those type of receivers. What he do have is two good running backs to start the game off with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Pollard's the speed guy, and Elliott is a dog. He gonna fall forward, and he gonna do all the right shit in the run game. But then at the receiver, you got 3 number 1 receivers on your team: Cooper, Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. The problem is there's outside of the rookie Simi. Remember Simi? Fuck out of here.
Yep.
He's here with 93 speed, 90 excel. Other than that, you got 90 speed guys, but type of receivers they are. They route runners. They route runners, man. They real good, crispy route running guys. I don't see nobody with high special catch to go get the 50-50. So how does that happen? To be honest with you, I think I wouldn't call Snake a top passer at all, and I don't even think half of these guys gonna be over here. So I'm gonna move on from that. All right, so here we go. You go to the Dolphins. And the Dolphins got one of the fastest receiving cores on the game. But then they got Tua at quarterback. Do you think that young Camden can get it done with Tua at quarterback?
I mean, young Camden's gonna make it happen. I don't know about the success early. But I think he's definitely gonna jump out there and make some stuff happen. I just don't know if that's another quarterback coach matchup that I really want to see. Like, can he come out there? Because we know how young Camden likes to play. Now all of a sudden now it's different throwing with a lefty.
No, we're not similar. We playing.
It's real different playing with a lefty. So that's gonna be something to watch. Whether he's gonna move on from him early. Because I can see throughout the league, I can see some quarterbacks moving. Not the top guys, but I can see, like the Tuas, the Burrows, some of those tier guys, kind of moving around to coaches where they fit their style more. Now you can roll out with Tua, but now rolling right and throwing with a lefty is different. Can he roll?
Here's what Tua has. Jalen Waddle, 97 speed, 97 excel. Will Fuller, 95 speed, 92 excel. Jakeem Grant, little ass, 94 speed, 92 excel. Now Albert Wilson, 90. And then you still got 6'4" Preston Williams with 90 speed, 88 excel. They are flying over at the receiver position.
They still got Parker, too.
And got one of the best tight ends in the game with Gesicki. So they are flying over here. And I do think he can rock out with Tua. I think Tua can get it done over here. Let's go by overall back again.
Yeah,
I think Tua can get it done over here. 88 throw power ain't bad at all. It ain't top elite throw power, but he got speed. How is he going to use that speed, right? Most people see that speed, they're going to want to stretch the fuck out the field. But he got gadget guys up there as well with Gant and fucking Waddle. He can do a lot of different things. He can really open his offense up and go dummies, because speed ain't just running by guys. Speed is I catch the ball slant and I got running room. I can right past shit.
Right.
How are you with stick work? The Dolphins is a really good team to play with overall, but like when it comes down, we're just talking about quarterbacks and guys that got these quarterbacks, what they can do with them. Can he win his division with Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback with all that speed at receiver?
Yeah. My only concern is going to be, how he is also with his running game, and it's not there.
Yeah, there's no running backs over here whatsoever.
Nope.
None. So you have to ask yourself.
That's my worry. My worry with him is how is he going to fit, throwing with a left-handed quarterback, making that adjustment, and also lack of a running game to start.
Yeah, and he's stuck with a left hand if he playing with him. Like, if they left-handed, they left-handed. Ain't no changing on the right hand is and all that shit. They stuck. I
Hmm.
like it though. I think Tua can play. I think he can do some things with Tua right now, man. If I'm him, I'm being patient with Tua from season one. We playing from season one. It's not no sim to the draft. You playing right away. Preseason over. We go
Right.
right to regular season week one. I think Tua could do some things. I think his job is to
I
build.
think so too. I don't know why people question him. Like I said, my only thing is just the learning curve for him playing with a left-handed quarterback and no running and no complimentary running game.
Hmm.
He gonna really have to hit the
I agree.
ground running. Bullets gonna be flying. He gonna have to learn on the run. He can
Now
do it though.
Eagles and Coach Rob, man. Jalen Hurts, he went from an 86 speed to an 88. He's a 4.5 guy, so but he's a high 4.5, like a 4.58, 4.59, so about 88 speed. Um, the problem is he got the weapons. That's the one thing that the Eagles got. The Eagles got a fucking, they like the NFC Chiefs on the low. Miles Sanders in the backfield, Kenny Gainwell in the backfield. Two good speed running backs in the backfield. So he good there. And then you look at the receiving core, they got good speed. Devontae Smith, 91, 93. But he's a dog, right? Rieger got 93 speed. Then you come down here to Watkins down here. He got 94 speed, 90 XL. So he got three good dog ass receivers he could play with right away.
this
Um,
this is one of my favorite coaching quarterback combinations that I'm looking forward to watching.
right.
Because most people who get Jalen, they start looking at what he doesn't have. They start looking at throw power. They start looking at other stuff, and they immediately give up on him. This is a coach that can dial up plays and continue to build Jalen.
Uh-huh.
So I'm excited for this combination of coaching and player.
Right, and then I just think Devontae gonna be a fucking dog no matter what his speed is. He's gonna be one of the better receivers on the game. Um, and if you use
Hmm.
right, you got a strong run game, right? And it started off. Not only that, you got a strong line. Really, you got to get better here at left tackle, but you got veterans on this team that can do some things for you. At the center position, you got Kelsey. At right guard, you got
Yeah,
Brandon Brooks, and then you got steroid guy Lane Johnson over there. So you got three superstars to start off the league with your line. So he can do some things right away. I like the Eagles. I like the Eagles. I
like
like
he's
Jalen
got a
Hurts.
he's got an older team, but he has time. He don't have to. It's not so old that he's got to turn the roster over right away. He's got time to be patient with their entire roster, offensively and
Yeah.
defensively, and turn that ball over. And on top of that, he's got a lot of draft capital to play with.
Yep. So he got a lot of things to do over here. Let's see what his GM going to look like, because it's going to be on field plus GM, because he's going to tear the draft up year one. All right, so we got Coach DC 404 over here on the Falcons. What we do know is they got a nice receiving core, right? And a tight end. That tight end got to be used as a flex where he can play either or all game long. But then the quarterback
Hmm.
is Matt Ryan, 36-year-old, 82 overall with 85 throw power. Can he do something special and be elite with this quarterback year one?
Knowing coach, he gonna try to, but I would not be shocked at all to see maybe a quarterback change early, whether it's via
Does he
trade.
trade? Because he really not a trader, or do he wait for the draft to do his thing?
Um, I could see him going to free agency. Because there will be guys out there in
Yeah,
free
some guys
agency.
there. Yep, there's gonna be some guys there.
You got Cam Newton, you got some guys out there with better throw power that can get him through the year. But I definitely see him addressing that quarterback position first round, year one draft.
Right. Well, and one of the way he played with a tight end. He got two of them over there, and that's the thing I like about it. Kyle Pitts
Mm-hmm.
and Hurst, and Kyle Pitts makes
And
up
he,
for
yeah.
a receiver over here with Hurst at tight end. You can put Hurst with his hand in the dirt and flex Kyle Pitts out and get dirty with it with Calvin Ridley. Oh my God! And then I will work on Frank Darby, get him up to speed, and you got something over here. I do say that I'm not sold on Matt Ryan. Knowing him, he'll just play with Matt Ryan like fuck it. It's year one. I'll worry about that when the draft happens. But I think he got the weapons. He just got to get a quarterback over here, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the football team, the coach hitter. All right, Taylor Heineke got a bump up uh, because of how he's playing so far, but he's in the same situation. Need a quarterback,
ASAP.
like ASAP. But what he does have over here is a running game. He got a running game for real. All three of them can play, so he's solid at running back. And then that receiver is really pretty good there. Terry McLaurin, he got speed, bro. Diami Brown, he got some speed, and he got some of those big, tall receivers he like as well. But between Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuels, and Diami Brown, he's all right at receiver over there already. Logan Thomas is a slept-on tight end. He like to use his tight end, so I could see some things happening with Logan Thomas. But I like it. I think, but he in a situation, bro. They got a good defense. They got good receivers. They got a good backfield, but they don't have a quarterback over there. Do you think that hurt him in year one, or do you think he'll be favored to win the division?
I think I don't think Heineke, whatever his name is, I don't think that's the starter. I think Hitter is gonna make a GM move because he's got a defense that can win now.
Yeah, I think the same thing, but I don't think he's gonna make a GM move. I think Hitter is not gonna trade shit. He's gonna chill and wait for the draft, and he's gonna rock out with a Heineken. The problem is, can he do anything with him? Can Heineken get him to the playoffs? I think he can if he learn how. But see, Hitter don't have that game manager mentality. Hitter is going to take risks. Hitter is going to throw picks because he's going to take risks. Hitter don't give a fuck. He ain't scared to throw shit, and sometimes he get himself in trouble when he throw into a lot of coverages and shit when he on a rollout and shit.
Right.
He doesn't have a dual threat quarterback. He do got good enough speed to move around, but he's not a dual threat like he's used to or like he would like to play with. So it could go two ways. If he make him a pocket passer and a game manager with a heavy run game and let that defense win him ball games, he'll be fine in season one. But if he play wild cowboy football with Taylor Heineke, he fucked. And he'll be having a top 15 draft pick. Simple as that. All right, so the 49ers, man, Coach Drew. Obviously, Trey Lance is going to be the starter over here with Garoppolo. Could possibly be trade bait for him.
Right.
Somebody can come get a Garoppolo real fast. I would. If I needed a quarterback to get me over the hump, I would ride out with him cheap. I'm not giving up too much for him, but I'll try to come get him if you got a team that's playoff bound, but the quarterback position the only position that's not working for you. Come get a Garoppolo. With that being said, Trey Lance as the starting quarterback over here. How do you feel about Drew having Trey Lance, the dual threat quarterback? When you get into the run game, he has the fastest running back on the game. And then he has a nice little 1-2 punch with Trey Sherm. And then you get to the receiving core and over here, and you're not bad at receiver at all with Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk. You got, and then the tight end game. The tight end game series over here with Kittle. He plays good with tight ends. We know that. I know that from when he played in my division. Man.
He's gonna enjoy his year. There's gonna be he's gonna have some ups and downs because sometimes a rookie is just gonna be a rookie. There'll be somebody wide open and he'll throw at his feet, or he'll throw an additional 2 yards in front of him. He'll miss some passes here and there, but I think he's really gonna enjoy.
Can this team be a Super Bowl team year one? And can his team overcome the Cardinals? Because obviously, we're going to look at Falk as the better player. But do this team right here, Trey Lance and this offense, can they put that Cardinals team in a situation year one and fight for this division?
I don't know about Super Bowl, but I'm expecting playoff right out of the gate.
Can he win the division year one?
It's possible. He's got the defense. It's just, is he gonna, if he stays within himself with that offense, he's got the type. You played against him. I think so. He can compete year one, absolutely.
I think that's going to be I can't wait to see their first game, Cardinals versus the 49ers. I can't wait to see him and Coach Falk match up first game. All right. Now Max, man, we haven't heard or Max locked into school right now. But he coming in. Daniel Jones is his quarterback. The one thing he has with Daniel Jones is a fast quarterback, 88 speed, 89
Mm-hmm.
acceleration. I like this Giants roster because they have one of the best running backs on the game right away. He comes out with Saquon Barkley. He's in the situation right away. So now he has this dual threat quarterback, probably the one of the best, if not best, running back on the game in Saquon Barkley. Then you go look at this receiver core, and you like Kenny Galladay at 6'4", 90 speed, 90 excel, 94 special catch, right? You like Shepard, little ass, as an 83 overall possession guy. But then here comes the speed. Darius Slayton, 93, 92. Kadarius Toney, 93, 94. And then John Ross down here at 96 speed, 96, 95 acceleration. He's flying at receiver. This is a fast team right here. And this, outside of the Dolphins as a whole, this might be this, one of the fastest fucking receiver cores on the game as well too, because they deep fast. There's a lot of them that got 90 plus speed. My only question would be, can Daniel Jones get it done with this type of speed out there?
I think so because I think the speed is you know how Max likes to play. If Max is smart with him, Max is going to try to scramble a little bit. Extend plays to give that speed. John Ross and those guys get him a few extra seconds to get past the safeties and then take his shots.
And then and then is an unsure quarterback. Best friend is a great running back, and he has that.
Yes,
Saquon could be a fucking problem on this game. Like, he could do so much with this team, offensively, just the skill position. And we're not even gonna call Daniel Jones a slouch. I think he can get it done with him. I would, if I'm him, I'm invested in Daniel Jones. You have to be. You got to give him a shot before you go away from it, and then see what you could do, because you are talented at the receiver position. Because not only that, your tight end, 89 speed, 90 excel. He is loaded. Then he got veteran and Kyle Rudolph over here too. They are loaded at the skill position on offense right now. Their next thing is, and then they got a young offensive line, but this is probably their problem, O-line. And this will probably, in my opinion, this should be a team that when he do go to the draft, he builds that first, that offensive line. Like, he would have to. Like, they really don't have a good offensive line at all over there. And that's his weak point. But then I think Daniel Jones' speed gets him away from that weak offensive line. So it can go hand in hand right now. I think he's in a good situation. And now the more I look at it offensively, this is like the football team defensively. This team should be able to do some things and put up points early, right away, in year one, and really probably should win their division. They can win their division year one with that roster. Hold on, I'm gonna go on break. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, you on break?
Yeah.
All right, let me finish up. I'm gonna tune into it. Let me finish up a little bit, and I'll call you right back. All right. All right, love you. She said, send her it. Yes, she did. She said, send that shit to me. Send it to me, cuz. What you think, though? Like, you think this offense is powerful enough for him to, he can, I mean, obviously he could be a playoff team year one.
Yeah. He got tight ends, he got receiving core that can fly. He got a good combination of, he got the best running back in the league, my opinion.
When you really like sit back, a lot of guys will ignore this Giants roster, like, nah, I ain't fucking playing with the Giants. But really look at it right now, man. I mean, obviously you got to build Daniel Jones. Got to build him, and you got to see what he can do, and you got to try to, you got to try to get him built as fast as possible. But Saquon saves you so much. You can do so much with Saquon, right?
I know
this fucking receiving core is super fast over here, bro. Like, it's speed everywhere, man. This is a matchup issue. And then Kenny Galladay is a superstar, and he's solid. 85 overall, and he's a dog. So you got a possession guy that can win battles for you, and then you got guys that can outrun guys. So, and the tight end is just as fast. So he got weapons galore. I really like this. Hey, good afternoon. Hey, sweetheart. Um, I like this Giants team, bro. Like, and I really didn't really sit back and think about this or look at it enough to be like, wait a minute, this guy is in a great situation. Then he should be a little excited because he's playing with his favorite team now. So anytime a guy comes in and get to play at their team, you know how that goes. You probably gonna get a little bit of extraness out of him. So I like this Giants team over here. Now, my thing is, do you see the Giants winning their division right away?
He can win the division. That division is gonna be tight because I'm still y'all. I know you disagree, but y'all heard it here first. If the hitter can find him a trade for anything third round pick or under, to bring in a little bit better of a quarterback, is that division is not gonna be an easy run for anybody.
Nah, because everybody got great shit over there. The Cowboys, Snake,
Yep.
Rob with the Eagles, Hitter with the Washington football team, and
Yep.
Max with
And
the
Max.
Giants. They got all
Yep.
types of shit on their teams that they could do some things with. I definitely like this. I like the situation over there.
I
And
mean,
then
I can,
go ahead, I'm listening.
like I said, I can easily, like I said, if it's a third, fourth, fifth round pick, I could easily see Hitter going after Garoppolo, or going after one of these guys that got multiple quarterbacks, and they looking to offload, one of them. Over Heineke, anybody is, if you able to catch coach and you able to bring in a Matt Ryan, that's still better than Heineke. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right. I mean, I think it doesn't matter because you can't sleep on that backfield he got as well. I think if Hitter just doesn't play
true.
wild cowboy football and he comes out with a purpose and he's another guy that has to try to manage the game with his offense and let his defense winning ball games. He cannot have that defense on the field way more than they're supposed to
Right.
be. Simple as that. That defensive front four is going to dominate fast because they are good from D ends to D tackles, really fast, really good. So they're gonna dominate teams. The question is he going to be able to maintain a efficient offense enough where he's not throwing picks all game long, like where he's just doing dumb shit? Is he going to lock in and play football and allow his team's defense to win the game for him and his offense to game manage for him? And I think he'll
Right.
be in a good situation. Period. I like every team over there, man. I think they all got some things with them. I just think it really comes down to the coaches, bro. And ain't that what you want in the division? What these coaches gonna do? Snake gonna play that
That's
Cowboys
exactly
team as is because they are a good Madden team, or is he gonna blow it the fuck up and just play when he get it? But you know how I go with Snake. You don't know what you gonna get out of Snake, right? But you do know he gonna be trading his ass off. That's what you do know. And what does Rob do with that football team? Does he develop that fast talent? Because they're fast on offense and defense. They're probably one of the fastest teams as an overall in the league. I think the secondary needs some work over there, but you got to shut down the Darius Slay. You got to get safety help over there. Y'all, damn, y'all been on since 10-19. Y'all talking that shit. And we just going through coaches and their teams and what they gonna look like coming into it right now. So, yeah, we talking that shit. And then we got it, and I still ain't even get over there to King Madden. We got a lot of shit to do cover today. You already know. But yeah, I like that situation over there. And then we get to your team, the Jaguars, man. You got a quarterback that right now can come in and he's the guy right now. He's forced to be the guy right now. You build your future around this guy. So I'll ask you, and then I'll give you my opinion what I think about you with Trevor Lawrence. What's the wow factor of you getting Trevor Lawrence? Like, all right, I'll start to go. I got Trevor Lawrence. Here we go.
Starting out with a quarterback that has a great combination of arm strength and speed. I think he's one of the advantage to me, one of the more complete quarterbacks. There's a lot of guys coming out that's starting off with a quarterback that either has the strength but doesn't have the speed, or they either have the speed but don't have the arm strength. um, there's not a lot of building that I have to do where Trevor can come in and just play right away, and I don't have to worry about any deficiencies anywhere, just outside of I got to keep him upright, and I gotta get better personnel for him to distribute the ball to.
Right. And but you got the personnel too though. Like offensively, you guys aren't slouch either. Like real life, they gonna struggle because they got a lot of shit to do. But and on the game, they ready to go right now. You
Hmm.
got a dog at receiver. Obviously, you got to build some things over here. But man, depending on what type of movement you doing, you're dealing with a Travis Etienne, fast 94. He wins right away for you. He's a starter. James Robinson ain't a slouch, just doesn't got the speed, but he can do some big boy running for you in between the tackles. At receiver, I mean, come on. Let's talk about it. DJ Chark here. You got Lavisky Chenault, who's a tweener. He can do a lot of things with him, right? The rest of these guys
Hmm.
got good speed, but who are they? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you have your start piece. Your start piece is DJ Chark is the man
Yep.
at receiver, right?
Absolutely.
We do got to get you into the tight end business over here. That's the one thing you definitely got to address,
Oh,
the
well,
tight
yeah.
end for the situation. Man, Drew's like a motherfucker.
Uh, uh,
But what you do is you have your quarterback now. So now it's weapons and protection for you.
Absolutely.
Weapons and protection. Now let's go look at these Jets. Now the Jets I like as a sleeper. We got Zach Wilson. Don't worry about what Zach doing in real life. Just know Zach's going to be okay, and on the game he's going to be a problem too. He's another one of those top tier quarterbacks that came in. You got Trevor Lawrence. You got Zach Wilson. You got Trey Lance, and you got Justin Fields. Those guys they can come in and make noise right away depending on what the coaches they got, depending on what the coaches. Now Zach Wilson, you want to build though. The one thing about the Jets, you gotta build. You got a Michael Carter who's not the 86 speed that the game made him. He's 89 with 93 excel. So now you have a starting running back because he's already an 83 overall at this point right now from the Junkies league. Uh, then at receiver though, outside of the rookie Elijah Moore, what else do you have over there? I mean Crowder, you need some help there. But I love Denzel Mims. This is a guy that he can build himself to as well. He got some good. He got some already like Madden attributed guys over here for our speed wise and all that. He can work with this receiving court. The problem is, um, can he do it with Michael Carter? Well, we saw him do it with Trey Sherman. Can he do it with Michael Carter? Because he's a runner. That guy gonna blitz the death out of you on defense, and he gonna run the ball, a whole bunch of powers with some 50-50 throw it up bomb type shit. And I don't think he got the
Hmm.
receivers to throw those type of bombs and all that shit. But
Right.
uh, he got work to do. But he got his foundation, which is starting quarterback. Um, Now the Lions. This is very interesting over here. Antonio Todd starts off with Jared Goff. Do you see him trading right away, try to get him a quarterback in here, or you think he'll ride it out? Remember they
Oh
got double. They
no,
got two
nah.
picks in a couple of rounds too.
Yeah, I could. I could see him riding a year out, but no longer than a year. This is for him. He's either gonna try to do something early, make a GM move early, or he's gonna wait to the draft. But Jared Goff will not be on this team, come season two.
Man, I could see
He's
him
out of
doing some
here.
shit like going go get Deshaun Watson from Mark, bro. He got the capital to do it.
Yeah, he could.
He got the capital to do it. I
That's why
don't.
I say it's either
If
gonna be
I'm him,
early.
I'm playing with my team, and you always want to win, but you don't have no problem being a top five pick with these picks right here. And then you also have who pick he got. He got the L.A. Rams pick. He could be sitting on two top 10 picks, no disrespect, but he could be sitting on two top 10 picks right away in the first round. He could fix that shit real fast. I wouldn't even trade, bro. I'll just build this team as is right now and deal with it, right? You got DeAndre Swift, you got Junkies DeAndre Swift, right? 92 speed, 92 excel, solid.
Hmm.
Then you look at the receiving core, and I think you can build around Amon St. Brown. But then outside of Amon St. Brown, I mean, Khalif Raymond got good speed, but he had 5'8". I really think you got a problem here. He got to get receivers in the building.
In the worst way.
Shit, but Tyrell Williams is a good Madden receiver as well too, though.
Yeah, yeah.
So he got two good receivers. I think he can get away with the tight end position as well. Um, but he got a lot of building to do. I think he can take his time doing the building over here. Roster wise, he should not. He should be fourth in his division, but his skill set himself won't allow that to happen. But if he take his time and build this right, this can be a problem team over here. They got some things over here, but when you look at the offense right now, I don't think they're ready to win right this second.
No.
All right. Now
they got pieces here and there, but just not enough to make a run.
To be honest with you, this is the most intriguing coaching job around. You just got Harold Burgers on probably one of the first times this has ever happened for him. He has a top 3 team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He has a top 1 or 2 quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He has a dog at running back. Not only do he has that dog at running back, the rookie Kalen Hill is there, and then big baller AJ Dillon. So what does Harold Burgers do? Because I mean, you got Devontae Adams, top 3, top 5 receiver in this league. You got good speed with interstate, and he's 6'4", and then you got a whole bunch of guys with 90 speed over here. We know what Harold Burgers can do with a receiver, but can he do it with receivers? A lot of veteran presence in these two guys right here. But what does he do with this team? Because it's like you gotta either fuck this team up yourself. Because I like the tight end with 85 speed, 90 XL. Season 1, that's a great tight end to have. And they got a solid offensive line as well. But, they're not bad. My thing is this. What the fuck is Harold Burgers going to do with this team? Because he got hand blessed the team that he should win the division with year 1 if he do the right shit with them. He can't fuck this team up by trying to run monster offenses and shit like that. All this unorthodox drunk shit. He gotta be on some real shit because he's blessed. He got one of those teams like taking the Bucks right now, the Browns right now. He has a team that can win right now. If a good coach got this team, they can win as is and get to a Super Bowl with this team right now.
Absolutely.
Without making one trade. Without making one trade. Eric said he will fuck it up. Oh my God. I know he watching. He about to tear Eric ass up. Oh God. Alright, now here's the question. You know the Panthers got a hell of an offense. Is Sam Darnold the guy he can rock with though? Can he make Sam Darnold somebody special? Got a new coach. Well, he played in Junkies with us. I've seen him win some games, but I've seen him lose bad to the top tier guys.
Yeah, it depends because, Sam, he's on the cusp, starting out with 88 throw power, a couple of upgrades. He's right there in the 90s. So he's right there on the, you need to go ahead and make up your mind. If you got this team, you need to go ahead. If Sam's going to be your guy, go ahead and invest in him. Get him out there, get his stats up. If you're not, then, this could be one of those trade pieces for another team. But you really need to decide early what you're going to do because you don't want to waste McCaffrey. You don't want to waste years on McCaffrey.
And you got Chuba Herbert, too, who ain't a bad running back to start off with. Then you go look at the receiving core, and you still got Robbie Anderson at 95 speed, DJ Moore 93, 93. You got rookie Terrence Marshall 93 speed at 6'3". Got the receivers over there. Shit, you even got Shy Smith, little slot ass over here. You all right, bro? You need, you know what I mean?
Hey, now I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. Now this Panthers team has the combination of picks and players that could go get a Deshaun Watson. If you want to go ahead and make that splash.
Man. We shall see, man. I want to see what they're going to do. I like the Deshaun Watson over here. Oh, my God. Yeah, that would be a problem.
If you don't want to waste McCaffrey, you go out and get you a Watson right away. You go with Watson and McCaffrey, and you build around them.
We shall see. Then again, you got a new coach that's coming from the Junkies league, playing in the real league, the league that everybody trying to knock a head off, right? So let's see how he fares with that. All right, so Nano has them. Mac Jones is the quarterback over here, 75 overall normal. Although the real life world love Mac Jones, Nano has a quarterback. What can he do with, right? And then he's in a situation where he ain't over here with a good running back at all. I mean, Rada Man over here, he got bumped up to an 88 speed, 90 XL, but he's a power runner. Does Nano struggle not having a running back, or you think he's gonna go trade for one right away?
Right away.
Right away. I don't think
I wouldn't be surprised. That might be the first. That might be the first trade to go through. I think we're gonna know right away, because as soon as the trade chat goes up, you're gonna see everybody's intentions at that point.
Yeah, they don't have a receiver over here that make me be like, ooh. He don't really need a receiver over here to make me be like, ooh. He got a great offensive line. He just need a running back in the building. You give him a running back, game changer. As is right now, though, can Nano win the division?
I don't see enough balance. He's got to get that running back. So, as is, I would have to say it's going to be hard, because we all know, with this offensive line, and if Nano gets a running back behind this offensive line, absolutely.
It's going to be a problem. He get a running back behind that offensive line, but everything's if it was a fifth, we all be fucked up, right? And then you got Derek Carr over here, one of the fastest receivers known to man right here. Where the fuck Nano at anyway? Nano ain't been around since he lost the cord. We do got Henry Ruggs, but the deciding factor over here is what you do with this kid, Darren Waller. Simple as that. Speed kills. They got a speed burner, and then Derek Carr, 30-year-old Derek Carr with 91 throw power. Man.
Waller's almost 30 years old. So what do you do with this team? Are
because he in a bad situation because of this. Because you ain't in a mix to you might gotta just blow it up now and then start to what I mean, try to figure it out. I don't think he got time to really go Darren Waller and Derek Carr. It's time to go get a quarterback. You gotta blow it up. Got to. I think you do, because you do got a young threat at receiver that can run by anybody. And you got a really good possession receiver, Hunter Renfro. But outside of that, I mean, your running back is slow as turtles. You do got Kenyon Drake over here, so you got a 1-2 punch. You can work this. And just because Josh Jacobs is slow don't mean he ain't a dog and running back. He ain't that slow. 87, 91. To start off the league, he's not that slow. So you could do some things with him. My question is, I think they got a problem at quarterback. For whatever reason, Derek Carr is not a good Madden quarterback.
Right.
At all, right? All right, I'm gonna stop here with the Raiders. We're gonna come back a little later, and we're gonna get back into teams and what they got quarterback wise, and go from there. And we'll all talk about other positions as well. And I want to get into some King Madden shit as well too in the next one. But this right now is my time to say we'll be back for part 2 of Tuesday Talk. You heard? AntHits. The league about to get popping, man. I promise y'all we about to get this thing stuck. I mean, get this thing taken off. Cause I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to get the fuck active. Let's go. So I'll be back later on with the start off when we starting. I expect everybody to be in the league by the end of the day. So by tonight, not even the end of the day, we're looking at about 7 o'clock, 7:30. If you ain't already over here, get your ass over here and let's go. When you get over here, don't be in free agency touching shit. Don't do nothing. You do all that, I'm dropping players right away. If you go on a free agency when you join the league and you go take a player out of free agency, yeah, I will sit 2 starters for your first 5 games. I'm gonna drop them down to zeros. Do not touch free agency. Again, man, I hate to get off with 10 visible watchers. We know we got about, if it's 10 watching that's visual, we know it's 20 really watching. Nice little breakfast club that went to afternoon, but we gotta take a break here, man. Wifey more important than me keep talking to y'all, even though I'm enjoying y'all, paying attention. We know y'all locked in. Just give me a second. When I get off with her, I'll be back. You heard? And here's the franchise guru, my co-host show, Geezy. Let's get it. You heard?
Salute.